another hot topic is NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Yeah, here we go.
We're going to go there or what?
Oh,
because
man.
I got to be honest with you. You know how I feel about that, but I want to hear your opinion
This
first.
is so amazing. I laughed because we were talking the other day about this, and I'm standing in the doorway dumbfounded. I couldn't believe Frank was so pissed off about this. I mean, he was probably getting upset at me because I probably looked like a smartass with a grin on my face. I wasn't prepared that you were going to be, he was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I said, hell, it don't have to make any sense. $69 million for a digital artwork that anybody can look at.
Yeah.
But like I said, humans are weird, all of us. We value scarcity and one-of-a-kinds. And whoever out there can say, hey, I got proof that that's mine. And evidently that's worth $69 million.
I mean, if you have art and it's on your wall and it's a very, very expensive piece, it's much different than seeing a picture of it, right? That's different. That's yours. You own it. When I see Rob Gronkowski saying, oh, I want to, it's for my fans. It's not for your fans. It's for you. You want to make a fortune off of people being idiots right now. And it's funny because he can't even use the NFL logo for one of his digital pictures of him, catching a touchdown pass. He's going to sign it, so he owns it. And by the way, signatures mean nothing if you're alive. You could sign something 1 billion times when you're alive, okay? Signatures mean something for someone that signed something that died. Just something to know if you're going to be a collector, right? You want to buy rare stuff that's it's not rare for buying a LeBron James jersey, even if it's a championship jersey, since he's won a ton of championships, and it's signed because he could sign if he wins this year with the Lakers. Next year he could sign 1 million more. So to sign something and he couldn't even use the NFL logo, right? He wasn't allowed to, so he had to change the picture, a digital image, and now to sell that and to make money off it, when I could actually go on YouTube and watch that every single day of my life and not pay a fortune for it, millions of dollars or whatever they're going to sell it for, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands maybe. It's kind of funny how fads go crazy.
Yep.
Non-fungible tokens are for real. There's digital assets that make sense. I mean, they really are. So, I think that it's a good business, but of course, like we saw with the ICO industry, what happened? Right, the ICOs, cryptocurrency, they had something, but 80% of these, assholes just said, hey, you know what, it's a money grab, we're going to rob people. These people are so stupid, they don't even know that we're not giving equity in a company that doesn't exist. You don't have equity in them. So, and now I think it's something like 70% of these companies still don't have a working model, don't have any revenue, nothing. And again, they're going high because crypto's going high, but you saw a separation between the good companies and the bad ones and the DeFi projects. But with this industry and what they're doing NFTs right now, the one bullish thing, Daniel, the one bullish thing I like about this is Peter Schiff hates NFTs.
Oh gosh,
that's why his
son is all in on Bitcoin,
bullish.
Or maybe not all in. I don't want to, but I saw him tweeting, which honestly I just think is good PR. I think the whole thing is a put on. From what little I've seen, going online and arguing that your kid's in Bitcoin, you got to untrain him or train him to get back to common sense or whatever. I think that's brilliant PR. I could be wrong on that.
He's got a ton of followers. Look, I mean, he's an entertainment figure. But it's sad that people go to him to make money and believe what he's saying. But he's entertainment. I mean, he's entertainment. That's how you have to look at Peter Schiff. And I have nothing personal against him. If you want to lose your money, listen to him. That's fine.
You know what's interesting? I'm glad you said that because you reminded me of this. And you know what's terrible about NFTs, Frank? Did you know how harmful they are?
How harmful are they?
Check out, I don't know this, but Shelley Palmer, Shelley Palmer from the CES, right?
Mm-hmm. I interviewed him. I interviewed Shelley Palmer.
His email, one of his emails that went out, he says, you just minted your first NFT. That's hot. You know what's hotter? The Earth. On average, minting a new NFT takes about 130 kilowatts of electricity. Is that right? That's about $27 worth of electricity in New York City. Why am I reading that? Because the same with Bitcoin and the same with NFTs, the same with anything that's going to grow and give a lot of individuals wealth is going to be looked at and negativized towards the green environment, the green movement. That's how you suppress, and that's what it's going to be. So I'm a huge fan of NFTs if globalists and environmentalists are against it. I hate to go against you, but just out of that, if Shelley Palmer doesn't like it, and I don't know him, but I'm sorry. If you're going to bitch about what it costs in electricity to do NFT, I'm all for it, baby. We need one for Curzio Research. Let's cash in on this.
Let's cash in on it. I'll do the first podcast I ever did. I'll put a signature on it and sell it. I don't know. Maybe that would be worth something if I die tomorrow. But I don't know. I see the value in some of these things, but whenever I see it's like SPACs. When I see celebrities, when I see Kaepernick getting involved and Alex Rodriguez getting involved, it's time to worry. And you're seeing that with some SPACs. You're not seeing the crazy moves. You're seeing some of these things come down now. It's, Wall Street's business model is make money as fast as you can, leverage the shit out of other people's money, make that money as fast as you can, and always be liquid. And SPACs check off every single one of those boxes. And that's why every hedge fund is like, oh my God, I can't believe people are falling for this. All right, let's buy these things. This company was trading at $300 million valuation last week. We're a SPAC. We just took it over. It has a $1.5 billion valuation a week later because we're a SPAC and we took it over. Which, again, it's going to come back and it's just going to get ugly, just like we saw with a lot of these names, a lot of the ESG names, right? Look at Plug Power is getting destroyed again.
Well, hell, when you come out and announce you got to restate your financials, what do you expect?
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to have any position. It's not going to hurt cash positions. It's not going to hurt revenue, reoccurring. We're still going to meet guidance. So what the hell are you reinstating?
You know how I know that company is completely full of shit? Because whenever someone has like a huge negative headline, what do they put out? We're buying 2 liquefied plants from
they're going to build or
something.
absolutely.
They put out at the same time. Oh yeah, and by the way, we're going to restate.
Hey, I respect the good news, bad news thing. I give them that. But yeah, that is funny. I was reading through it, and it's not going to impact anything or this or that. And I'm thinking, all right, well, this makes a whole hell of zero sense.
Yeah. But getting back to NFTs.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, getting back to NFTs really quick is, I was poking fun at Peter Schiff because his posts are entertaining because he's basically telling everyone you're an idiot for buying Bitcoin since it was like 5,000, 4,000. And as it goes higher and higher, everyone, you're an idiot, you should have been buying gold all the time. And, he does it and he gets people riled up. And again, it's good marketing and stuff. But the fact that, he's hates NFTs and making fun of them makes me think this market has a lot more way to go.
Like I said, I'm all for it. If it's bad for the environment, I'm all for it. Take that headline and run with it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you were going to go into something else before I break down.
Last thing. Just speaking of SPACs, eToro is going public via SPAC. And the reason that's really interesting, and I encourage people to look at this or at least watch it, is it's a crypto trading platform. But supposedly later this year, they're going to roll out the opportunity to invest in stocks. So the awesome thing here is that you would combine basically the Coinbases and the Robinhoods. So if you can go to one platform, and the industry is going this way, and everybody knows we're as excited as can be about it because when security tokens are easy accessible, and that there's no reason that shouldn't boom just like crypto and alternative coins. So when you can have the infrastructure and the platform in place for people like me and everybody else to go and either choose to buy Bitcoin or the Curzio research coin or the T0 coin, plus Apple, Facebook, Google, GameStop, I think that's a big deal. So they're out first. I think it's awesome that they're out in the limelight. I like it with the SPAC. So I did want to comment on that because that's awesome. That's a big deal. This is a timestamp issue to watch for good or for bad.
Yeah, and I have to tell you something about eToro. eToro is a company that was an early adopter into the space. It's basically a trading platform. 20 million people are on this platform. I got a picture of it up right now. That's funny they're promoting. It's great. So one thing I will say is a lot of these, and again, I like to hear from my crypto people out there, but I've been doing a lot of research on this because I don't understand it, and it scares me that I don't understand it. Where I'm not too sure if eToro, I'm pretty sure they're doing it, but there's like 30 to 50 sites that do this that are pretty big names in the industry, right? So you're going to see probably a lot of takeovers or whatever. But what they're doing now is it's not just trading. It's not just trading cryptos. It's not just storing them. It's not just providing a wallet where you could do it from an app because there's hundreds of companies that do that. But now you could earn interest on your tokens. And this interest is sometimes 5%, 9%, 25%, 30% annually. And for me, when I look at that and trying to figure out how are these companies able to pay so much interest? Well, it's by leverage, by offering, other native tokens. You have to get in early to do this, but they have special algorithms set up and nobody shares these algorithms, right? This is the DeFi movement. Nobody shares these algorithms of how they're actually able to provide all this interest and stuff like that. And everything works. Everything works if Bitcoin goes higher, if Ethereum goes higher. That's fine. Everybody's happy. When these things crash, look out. Because when I can't track something and things, it's just like the credit crisis. And you're looking at the Fed, and this is 4 or 5 months in. This is after Lehman. After Lehman went under, they still didn't know how much that exposure AIG. And AIG was the key to the whole entire thing because they thought they were smart, insuring everything, making a fortune. And then, again, all these guys who decided to short the housing market did it through AIG, and AIG was left holding the bag, and that's where all the bailouts came in and stuff like that. So the fact that you can't track this, that they don't share the algorithms, how they pay that interest, it's interesting. But like you said, it is a SPAC, Daniel, and they are going into the crypto world. I've seen, I think, 2 or 3 of them venture into the crypto world. You're going to see more because these companies are forced, these SPACs, are forced to buy something that has huge growth potential. And right now, people see that as cryptocurrency.
Absolutely.
You have ESG names, space names, software names with cloud capabilities and AI all over it. That's what they need to focus on. Companies that are growing tremendously, that they can inflate these valuations for. And eToro is one of them. But it's going to be interesting to see how this whole movement goes if Bitcoin does go to 30,000, which it could. 30, 35,000, 40. I mean, it was a 61, it's 54 today. It's coming off a little bit off of its all-time highs. But who knows? All this works when everything's going higher. When it's not, how are they going to make these payments? And one thing you can think of is if the government, not the government, but if our banks are paying almost nothing in interest, how are these tiny companies, compared to banks who have trillions in assets, the biggest banks, how are they able to pay 5%, 10%, 15% interest on all these things and not tell you exactly how that process works? You cannot find out exactly how that process works. You really can't. And that scares the shit out of me. And that's something that could be a major risk to cryptos going forward, but something I wanted to bring up. But eToro, good for them. They've been around for a long time. They are a legit company, but let's see, what happens in this market, right? I mean, it's pretty crazy, which we've seen, Daniel. Yeah,
like I said, if they're on time and they roll out the ability to do crypto and stocks on the same platform, I think that's a huge breakthrough. And you'll no doubt have other companies follow. It's just who's going to be there first. And then, mergers and acquisitions. And it's great. It's just, forget what we're talking about. What's so exciting to me as just a history or a fan of history and markets is that whether it's Bitcoin, stocks, oil, NFTs, it doesn't matter. You have booms and busts. People are going to bid it up. People are going to fight for it, be against it. That's just fantastic. So that's exciting to me, and we'll see if they can roll that out, and we'll see what happens. But that's a good stuff.